Babu Owino is once again making headlines. Some hours ago, as I speak, Babu, taking to his social media accounts, shared out a post that can be interpreted to mean an indirect message to Raila Odinga and the ODM brigade. Let's have a look at the post, for it's going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Babu Owino. Today, we held a successful meeting with the Kikuyu Council of Elders, Nairobi chapter. The meeting took place at Dagoretti South constituency, Nairobi County. Ngari ihutagwo ni mundu na mudhaniwe. Then Babu has shared out those photos. And from the photos you are seeing the elders there blessing Babu Owino. I'm also seeing former Dagoretti South Member of Parliament Dennis Waweru. And Dennis Waweru's presence can also be interpreted to mean Babu and Dennis Waweru might be angling for a joint ticket where Babu will go for the governor, Dennis Waweru may be his deputy. I want us to put all this into perspective for Kenyans to understand exactly what's happening here. And this message, if possible, should reach Babu Owino. The big question now is, can Babu Owino become Nairobi's governor without ODM and without Raila Odinga? That's the big question, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Can Babu be Nairobi's governor without ODM and without Raila Odinga? Sakaja is the current Nairobi governor. He beat ODM's candidate in 2022. So Sakaja became Nairobi governor without ODM's support. But it's interesting that as the governor, he now works with ODM leadership. We had Mike Sonko, who also became Nairobi governor without the backing of ODM. Then we also had Waititu, who tried becoming the governor, but he failed. Why did Waititu fail? And how come Sonko and Sakaja succeeded in becoming Nairobi's governor? Waititu failed because he was only relying on the mountain's votes to become Nairobi governor. That's why he failed. Waititu could not attract votes outside the mountains block. So to become Nairobi governor, you must attract votes outside the mountains block and outside the ODM's block. If you rely solely on ODM's votes, you can easily fail. If you rely solely on the mountains block, you can also easily fail. But the bottom line, you must be supported by either the mountain or the ODM's block, and then after that, you must also add some other Kenyan communities. If you do that, then you can easily become Nairobi's governor. If Babu runs on ODM's ticket, that's a very big boost. What he needs is just to convince some other Kenyan communities in Nairobi, because Nairobi is cosmopolitan, and then he can easily become the governor. But Babu going solely on an ODM's ticket without the support of other Kenyan communities, he can't make it. Same to relying mostly on the mountains ticket. So Babu can be Nairobi's governor without ODM's ticket. But he must make sure, as he loses the ODM's solid block, he must replace it with the mountains solid block. That should be his first line. If he loses ODM's block, then he must get the mountains block. But losing ODM's block and then he misses the mountains block, he cannot make it. I'm trying to say, as an independent candidate, Babu Owino will easily fail. He will not clinch Nairobi governor's seat. It's very hard as an independent candidate. So he must align himself with either Rigathi Gachagwa's party or with Raila Odinga's party. After aligning himself with any of these, then he can add the support he enjoys among other Kenyan communities. Can Babu attract support outside the ODM and outside of the mountains bloc? Yes, he can. So Babu has a higher chance of becoming the governor if Rigathi endorses him. Rigathi endorsing Babu will mean already he'll clinch a majority of the mountain support. I'm saying that making an assumption that Rigathi Gachagua, who is currently being seen as the mountain's political kingpin, will be strong in 2027. That's the only way Babu can make it without Raila Odinga or without ODM. Will Rigathi Gachagua endorse Babu Owino? It's very unlikely that Rigathi might endorse Babu Owino if Babu Owino will not contest through his DCP party. I highly doubt it. So it will force Babu to contest through DCP party. Or if he will not contest through DCP party, then Babu Owino will have to reach out strongly to Rigathi Gachagua, and he will have to assure Rigathi Gachagua that he supports his political ideologies. So that's the uphill task here for Babu Owino. He has to be very close to Rigathi Gachagua. All these noises coming from the mountain that they will support Babu Owino, all those are just noises. These people will be directed on how to vote. The electorate and most of the mountains electorates, they are not independent thinkers. They are always shown on how to vote. Today they can psych and lie to Babu Owino that they will support him. Without Rigathi Gachagwa's endorsement, they will not support Babu Owino. So Babu Owino has to be very careful. He should not fall for these noises. These are people who are just lying to him that they will vote for him. If Rigathi will field a candidate against Babu Owino, most of these individuals will prefer voting for Rigathi Gachagwa's candidate. What do you think will happen if ODM will field a candidate against Babu in 2027. If that candidate will be more attractive on the ground than Babu, then the candidate will obviously trounce Babu Owino. That candidate will have an advantage over Babu Owino. But then again, one day in Kenya's politics is a very long period of time. So many things can happen. Political dynamics can change. More popular candidates can or will emerge more popular than Babu Owino. On a 0-0 scale, a candidate who will be fronted by ODM party will clearly have a head start. In that, currently, if you look at the statistics, ODM party is the most dominant party in Nairobi County. So a candidate contesting on an ODM's ticket starts with a head start. That's exactly what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen. The message should reach Babu Owino very clearly that going it independent might not augur very well for him. He must choose to identify with either Raila Odinga or with Wamunyoro. That's how Kenya's politics is wired. I know some might genuinely vote for him as an independent candidate, but they are just but a few. A majority will align themselves with their favorite ethnic political leaders. And in Nairobi, is the Mountains Bloc or the ODM's Western Axis? Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.